Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Authentically Britt page. I am Britt, as you all know, and welcome to our second week in the Hey Mama series. Thank you all for being in here. I'm so excited. So today, I'm very excited for the guest that we have on here. She is. I love Miss Shaun. I'm going to let her introduce herself in just a moment, but this is Shaun Venable. She is the Wealth Mindset Motivator, and she is the author of Full Vision to Execution, a new book that she has just recently released. It is phenomenal. I'm going to let her tell you a little bit more about that here. But thank you all so much for being in here. So, Hey Mama is a series that I wanted to create on the page. And I'm realizing that as I'm going through kind of this journey of myself of reclaiming, that I'm understanding that I really want to reach out to young mothers and to women who are going through periods of transitions in their lives, that are going through shifts. And I want to be able to let them know that while they're going through them, they may be difficult, but I want them to understand that it is a process that they're going through. And through that process, it's important that we learn how to start to hone into our identities and not lose ourselves, not lose our purpose. So I wanted to bring women on here that have been through the journey, that have been through the transition. Some of them may still be going through it, but they have learned how to move through it in a way and to start motivating other women and other mothers. So that is what Hey Mama is about. I hope that you all find something beneficial in this. I know that you're going to. And if you guys wouldn't mind, if you do find something of value, if it speaks to you, make sure that you are sharing this live out to others and bringing people into the room. So I'm going to stop speaking here, and I'm going to allow my guest Shaun to introduce herself. We're going to get started.
First of all, hey, Britt. I am so excited to be here today. I'm honored to share this platform with you and be able to just share a little bit with the ladies. I see some of the ladies live. They're pinging in. Hey, ladies, how are you? Oh, my goodness. So, for those who may not know me, and I'll say yet, my name is Shaun Venable, and I am the Wealth Mindset Motivator. So, what does that mean? I help 9 to 5 corporate athletes, entrepreneurs, and business owners build generational wealth and obtain financial freedom. And I do that primarily through real estate, but God is really beginning to shift and expand some things Britt knows. And so it's really around making sure that you are whole, healed, complete, totally in wealth and abundance and prosperity. And there's a special calling that I have for ladies. So I'm so grateful for what he is doing in this particular space. And Britt, I'm just so excited to talk to you today. So you guys get the eavesdrop on this girlfriend conversation today.
Yes. So, so excited. So when we were speaking earlier, we were talking a few minutes before this started, and we were trying to figure out, where are we going to go with this conversation? And one thing that you really said that I loved is you said that I want to talk about mommyhood and balancing. And I think that that's beautiful, and especially like as with younger moms when they're going through those periods, the balance it's so difficult, it's so hard finding that in between business, home, school, just be staying sane through the whole process. So I wanted to talk to you about that and just kind of see what your journey was to finding that balance in motherhood and self.
Absolutely. I will first start off by saying I have 4 amazing children. I'm going to say it again. 4 amazing children. I have 3 adult daughters and 1 teenage son who is my pleasant surprise. And I was a mother, a young mother, my husband and I. My husband wanted 5 kids. I said, wait a minute, to deal with the 4. But what I will say is, for me, that has been my biggest accomplishment in life is mommyhood. It keeps me grounded, it keeps me sane, and I absolutely love it. But how did I make it through with being a mother, being a wife, being a sister, being a servant, holding down a job throughout that journey? I'm going to first start off by saying it was nothing but the grace of God. For me, I was very blessed and fortunate is that I had a great support system around me. And we had to juggle and figure out how we needed to do what we needed to do. So for my husband and I, we switched shifts, right? Which caused us to sometimes not spend as much time together, but we wanted to make sure that we were with our children as much as we could be. So that's one thing is like realizing that it's not going to be forever. Your now is not your forever. And let me say that again. Your now is not your forever. And so sometimes you have to temporarily make sacrifices and have balances in place where you're going to be able to spend that time and carve that time out with your children. They became an integral part of everything that we did. And what I meant by that is we vacationed together. We took our children with us. We spent time in carving out for being a wife where we, went on dates together, but then we took our children on dates with us. And what I'm so excited about is even to this day, last night, we were all together for dinner and they still enjoy that time with us. So make it something that's fun. I remember my husband working at night and me turning on music and dancing with all three of my girls and us just having girl time together. I remember us playing family games together. Carve out that time and make it special for you. So that is kind of my journey. And as I go throughout life now, so now I am 9 to 5 corporate athlete. That means I'm a corporate leader in corporate America. We have our own business. I'm in these clubhouse streets. I'm doing interviews just like this. And so for us, what was really important is as we are building out our business model, as we're doing things, bringing our children along the journey with us. So when we go to look for houses, for example, and properties in the real estate space, we take our kids with us. When we
Wow.
close a deal, we say, guess what? You've closed that deal now. These are our properties, and we make them a part of everything that we do. So I'm not having to do too much separation. So I hope that's a little bit that answers your question. I want to turn it over to you if there's anything you want to add.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I've been sitting here kind of taking notes, figuring what I'm going to hit first. First, I'm just gonna very first thing I'm going to touch on is just that last thing that you said that you take your kids with you when you do the properties. And I see that you just recently, was it yesterday? You just
Yes,
had a new farm, so congratulations on
thank
that. But
you.
I love that not only is that a support system, but that's an example to them along with like not even that we're spending time together, but I'm teaching you and I'm training you and you're
Yeah,
building that legacy for when they're moving on to the even if they don't decide to go into that particular field, the level of excellence that you're showing them already, that's phenomenal. So I absolutely love that. And I did want to ask you, when you were speaking earlier and you said you and your husband switched shifts.
yeah.
What did that look like, and how did your kids understand kind of what was happening in those moments, and how were they reacting to it?
Yeah, we did big sacrifices. So he worked a night shift and I worked a day shift. And that gave us an opportunity. So what it did with us, especially as young parents, is it minimized the amount of time and money that I had to spend in daycare, even though we did have them in daycare part-time. But it allowed both of us to play an integral part of their life. And then we protected some weekend space. So I took a night shift, he took a day shift. Sometimes there were sacrifices of us not being able to see each other as much, but we knew because of our purpose of making sure that we were so much a part of our children and surrounded them in love, that it was important. So my girls are really daddy girls. It's a whole thing. It's a whole trip.
Yeah. So is my oldest. Yeah, yeah.
But when we built that time in together and sat down with them and took them to dinner with us, or just created dinner at home because maybe money was low then, they understood the importance of it. And so recently, even one of my oldest daughter, she was like, "Okay, mom, we need some time together." And so all of the kids came together and planned the dinner that we went to last night. So it's something that's entrusted in them. That legacy of family and importance of commitment and time together was just amazing.
That's beautiful. Now I'm gonna actually go on the opposite side of that now, because you obviously did a lot of things like sacrifice wise to be able to include your children and show that closeness and bring and get that closeness with them during that time. What were you doing as well to stay balanced within yourself, because I know, and I understand, like, as moms, that is definitely something that we want to make sure that that our children, they understand and they feel our love, and we want to have that closeness and we want to have that time and connection with them, but we also need those moments to ourselves where we can breathe and just yeah and just be. So how were you able to find those moments during that period of time as well?
So, Britt, this is the balancing act, and we are going to call it harmony. And I just started smiling as you said that because I really believe that I've recently come on my journey of becoming.
Mm,
Um, we often wear, as women, we're so multifaceted and wear so many hats. But the hat that we forget to pick up sometime is, who am I at my core? What is my purpose? Lord, what was I put on this earth to do? And so, what I can tell you is that, and I saw someone said, yes, harmony, right?
mhm,
What I began to do in this self discovery actually happened for me during COVID, because we are so busy running, moving, and shaking. Oftentimes, we never sit still. And in the moment of COVID, I started working from home. I had a lot of time of just kind of self discovery. And I began to say, Lord, I want to dream again. What is my purpose? What am I put on this earth to do? I know that I'm a mom. I absolutely love that. I know that I'm a wife. I absolutely love that. But how more can I serve and fulfill my purpose? And it started with me, Britt. I used to say, I refuse to die full of purpose. And I've switched my language. I refuse to live full of purpose and
mhm.
its untapped potential. And so that meant that I had to sit down and I had the conversation to my husband with my children. Mom or wife is on a special place of self discovery. And there are going to be some times that I have to carve out and quiet time for me. There are going to be some times where I may not be able to be as present, and I have to learn how to forgive me for that. There's going to be some times that I want to take you along this journey with me as well. But I have to make that a priority, because I don't want to just talk to my children about living to their full potential. I want them to see their mom living to their full potential. That's another nugget that we place inside of them. So well beyond when I'm gone, they can remember my mom was so proud of me. My mom loved me. She prioritized and spent time with me. But my mom was powerful beyond measure, because she did not waste the gifts and the talents that God put inside of her. And I feel the anointing. Thank you,
That
Jesus.
just stirred in me. So ooh, my God, that was powerful. I refuse to live. I refuse to live for my. That is so beautiful. Sorry, I'm sorry. Took me out
Right.
for
This
a
is
moment.
our
No,
good girlfriend time.
that's powerful. So let me ask for the young women that are in here right now. You mentioned again when we were talking. You said you have three lessons or three pillars
Yeah,
that you live off of. And so can you go into that for them, please?
absolutely. There are three things that I live by, like my core values. And I've learned very kind of midway throughout my life to live my life in intentionally and on purpose. So what I will tell you before I get into three pillars, if you see me on Facebook, Clubhouse, Instagram, at church, in the community, you're going to get the same shine. And that's what I mean by this. My three core values or pillars are faith, family, and community, in that order. When I show up for my 9 to 5, God has blessed me and my gifts have made room for me where I'm able to do what I love, communicate, help build mission. And I tell people, I need for you to live on purpose. And when your employees tap in that, they will run through a brick wall for you. So, from a faith aspect, I never ever compromise who I am. I know how to be very professional. I know how to go in. I know how to make an impact. But my faith is the pillar of everything. And that's something that I never want to be compromised. From a family aspect, it is important. Again, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm all of those things. I'm a business owner, corporate athlete. But I don't want to pour so much into other people and then my children are bleeding. So, how do I make sure that the people that matter the most in my life are protected and getting some of those things? How do I make sure that not only am I taking them on a road to show them property, but I'm leaving a legacy of prayer? I come from a praying family. I have a mother that prayed for me. And so I want to instill that same thing of legacy of prayer in my children to say, When you don't have enough money that you don't feel like you have, when you don't have enough resources, you have a God in heaven that will supply all of your needs according to it. You don't have any issues. You don't have any problems. All you have is opportunity. And so it's so important for me to instill that in my children. And then from a community aspect, I am a servant at heart. And I want to make sure that I'm not only just trying to get to that next level, but I'm bringing my generations with me. I'm bringing my community with me. I'm making an impact well beyond when I leave this earth. And my motto is I want to leave my fingerprint in the earth. I want to walk with so much God given power that the earth beneath me shakes because I've made an impact. And I want generations that come behind me, Britt, to stand on the shoulders of greatness because I am, to go further than I've ever gone. And so if I don't say anything else, or you don't remember anything else from this, ladies, I want you to remember you make a difference. Your voice matters. Everything that you're doing is setting you up for your next. Your now is not your future. There's so much in store for you. And I'm so excited about what's going to come out of all of this when you put God first and when you walk in full pursuit of purpose. So I'm going to stop now because I get like, I
No,
love this stuff and I'm so serious about it.
oh, that's so powerful. Thank you, Shaun, so much. I was gonna ask if you had any parting words, but I mean, I listen. You just let Holy Spirit flow. So I love it. That's so beautiful. So if the people that are watching right now, if they do want to reach out to you, what are the best ways that they can stay in touch with you or connect with you?
Absolutely. You can follow me on all of my social media platforms. So, Instagram, you can follow me on Facebook here. You can go to my website at www.dsvlegacyestates.com. You can pick up my book, From Vision to Full Execution, that's going to help you walk in full pursuit of purpose and execute the play. And I love to say it God's way. I'm here for it all. So just follow me and let's stay in contact. And I want to see every lady win. So that's it.
Amen. Sha- Shaun, thank you so much. It was an absolute honor to have you on the page. I love your story. As you say, I love you to life.
Love you to life.
Thank you so much for your time. Ladies that are watching, gentlemen that are watching, please, leave some comments. What was your takeaways? What were you able to glean from this? Leave some comments of motivation, inspiration for someone that may be in the comments. I mean, that may be watching right now that needs to hear a good word. Connect with Shaun. She is a powerful, powerful, powerful woman of God. She knows her story. Make sure that you're getting her book as well. It is anointed and it will bless you. Thank you, Shaun, so much. I appreciate you guys. If you did enjoy as well, make sure you're liking and following. And we will be back next Friday with another segment in Hey Mama. And just thank you all so much. And everybody, you all have a blessed day. And we will see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye.